efficient in the way you want to play, you bring in some players. So in the off season, we had our targets. Which players do we want? Which players do we trade, or can we do something with it? So that's the thing we discussed in the off season, and yeah, you feel much more comfortable because you know which direction now you want to go. And of course, everybody's going to expect now you're going to win the MLS. Now that's not that easy. That's not that easy. For me, the first target is now to reach the playoffs. So keep building on the team. And, you saw today in our first training session that you see that the players that we already had the last 5 months, they know a little bit already what we want during the game.
And in terms of, I mean, we talked about this last year, that when you were building the formation, that you wanted to be a fluid thing throughout the team. You know, when you're going into a, 4-4-3 wasn't something that was seen in MLS a lot. Teams know that you're going to be playing it. How have you guys worked over the offseason to make sure that you guys don't deviate from that? Because it's going to be important, I would think, that you guys keep that formation even when teams try to adjust.
Yeah, I think, of course, if you play 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, at a certain moment we also know how an opponent is playing 4-4-2. So I think keep confident in the way you want to play, and that's the philosophy and the vision that we have. And if it's 4-3-3, point forward, point backwards, I think it's creative, attractive football, and we prefer that we have the ball. As long as we have the ball, they can't score. And that's very simple maybe, that what I'm saying now, but that's our philosophy. And if the opponent knows how we're playing, yeah, that's it. But okay, we know also how the opponent is playing.
How comfortable did you feel at the end of the season? Because obviously the record wasn't there, but the way you were playing, there was lots of positives. You had a lot of the players you wanted in place.
Yeah, especially the last game against Dallas, you saw that we made steps in the way we want to play, how we focused in the way we want to play, and then you were comfortable. Of course, you're not satisfied because, yeah, if you look at the whole competition that we played was not the best. But during the month that the end of the season comes, yeah, you were comfortable because you saw some moments that the way we want to play football, you saw it on the pitch. And now you bring in a couple of players that we think that can make us also stronger and better. And the players know us a little bit more now how we want to play, so very comfortable.
What about your top draft pick, Silva? What role do you expect him to play?
He can play attacking midfield player. And if you know, Eric Avia is a typical player like Silva. So they can switch because I also want a lot of players switch from position, but keep the position filled in. And then some players have to be similar on each position. And he's very comfortable with passing. He's very comfortable receiving the ball. He reads the game very quickly. He sees where the space is. So our first draft pick that we wanted, that was Silva. So I'm happy with him.
How was it ever at any point for you last season frustrating? And I don't mean in the sense that like you didn't think that you could do the job or that it wasn't going to come in, but did you ever feel frustrated because of, coming into a new league and different expectations and implementing a formation that again wasn't seen a lot in MLS?
Absolutely, it's frustrating because you come from an area where you only want to win, and you win a lot. So you come in a new league, and I must tell you the MLS league is a very tough league, totally different. So we also have to learn, but we said to each other, yeah, keep believing in the way we want to develop the players, but also the way we want to play, and keep believing in it. But sometimes it was really frustrating, especially when players like Adrian Kane and Deco Williams fell away, because the back line, it's important, of course. Yeah, and then we had a lot of trades to do, and that's frustrating, but also I think personal for players that they have to leave. It's never nice that they have to leave the club. And that's sometimes personal. I think, yeah, it's very sad, but that's the MLS. That's normal over it to trade players, and that's for us in Europe a very strange situation.
And you expect obviously a healthy competition in goal right from day one of this training.
Goal, you mean?
Goal, yes, goal.
The goalkeepers.
Yes.
Yeah, for everybody. For everybody. I think that Milos did very well at the end, and we know Stefan Vrij is a very good goalkeeper. But at a certain moment, if you want to reach something, you need 24, 25 very good players, also including two very good goalkeepers.
When you first brought this system here, was there some reluctance of some of the players who are already here to sort of adopt it? Did they want to play that style? Or
Yeah, they want to play that style. By example, Eric Avila and
Yeah.
David Silva, they want to play that because that's the game. Eh? Keep the ball and let the ball do the work. That's what they want.
But the guys before, the guys you inherited, were they kind of more reluctant about it?
The most of them, not. No, absolutely not.
So they all like to play that just because of the.
Now they want to play like that because.
Yeah. So when you first came here, though.
Yeah, but the most of the players are gone.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
If I look to the players that we have in January 2011 or now, the most of them are gone.
No, but I just wonder if there's a reluctance on their part that
Yeah.
play the game.
Yeah.
That's that way.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people have said that maybe that system wouldn't work in MLS, because of the type of league.
I don't know why, because if you can play 4-3-3, 4-4-2, I think it's the strength of the players, the quality of the players, that says a lot. If you can play each system.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob, how excited are you for just the way this academy is going now?
Yeah, very excited, very good. I'm also happy to that Thomas Rongen now is the head of the youth department, and nothing especially against Stuart Neely, because he did a very good job. But okay, he's decided to leave our youth department. But Thomas Rongen, with his philosophy and his background, and the youth department they are building, and today also a couple of youth players train with us. Then you can see we have a couple of good players also in the youth department. So very excited.
How like exciting do you think it's going to be? Like Rongen is the final pillar, I believe, in like what will make this academy a powerhouse. Like, do you believe like the final kind of piece to what will set you guys over the edge in North America?
But I think it takes so many times of so many years to at the end you be the best youth department from North America. That takes time. You can't say within 4 or 5 years we're building nice facilities, we have suddenly the best youth department. That doesn't work like that, because you need also the good coaches, develop the coaches, not only the players, you have to develop also the coaches. Which direction do we want to go? Which vision does we have with the youth department? All those things you have to bring in. And what I mentioned earlier, you have a vision, you have an idea, the way you want to play. And that's important, because now it's much easier to make a composition. Do we need a number 5? Do we need a number 4? Do we have a 4 in our youth department? So it's much easier to discuss with each other. Do we need a new player? Do we trade a new player? And that's why the youth department is very important, because then you can start training with those guys in each position.
With now you guys having a full season.